everyone, and welcome to your severe weather update for May 20th, 2019. Here we go, let's get started with the SPC outlook today. This is looking very dangerous. We currently have a high risk. In fact, from the Storm Prediction Center, this is going to be in effect all day long. This is primarily a tornado-driven threat. This is for northwestern Texas and southwestern Oklahoma. This is going to be a very, very dangerous situation for those areas, and definitely something that we're going to be watching closely today. The Force 13 main channel will be going live at around 8 o'clock in the morning Central Time, 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. We'll see which time they do go with. The US channel will be going live as well. Here's the overall threat today. So you can see it's a high risk. Winds are moderate, hail is moderate. The only thing that's high is tornadoes right now. That has the high risk, and you can see that there accordingly. That's what the SPC is thinking right now. This is going to be a large tornado outbreak, and it's not going to be good. This is going to be a major tornado outbreak according to the SPC. So here are my current predictions. You can see I think wind is going to be a moderate risk all day. I think hail will get upgraded to high. Tornadoes already at high, and I think there's going to be a pretty extreme flooding threat with this. There's just going to be so much rain falling. Flash flooding is going to be a definite concern today. So here we go. This is the really the summary of all the stuff I've just said here, all in a graphic if you want to save this graphic. High forecast confidence. A PDS tornado watch will likely be issued at some point today, and you can see there that SPC high risk, flooding high, large hail high, tornadoes high, damaging winds moderate. So there it is. That's an overall summary. This is for today, and a lot of this is my own forecast, what the probabilities are, and the forecast confidence on this. So that's what we're getting right now. Now, what are you going to do if you are under any of these watches or warnings? Well, here's what to do in a severe thunderstorm watch. Make sure you have a TV nearby. You should have all kinds of devices next to you, flashlights, things like that. Be aware of the weather conditions around you if you're in a severe thunderstorm or tornado watch. Alert members of your family, alert your pets, stuff like that. In the event of a severe thunderstorm warning, be weather ready. You really want to do what you do in a tornado warning. You want to get to the lowest level of the building you're currently in, especially if things get really dangerous. Just stay indoors, and if it does go particularly dangerous situation, you're definitely going to want to treat it as if it's a tornado warning. Speaking of tornado warnings, here's what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to get to a sturdy building or a basement if you can. Go to a storm cellar as well if you have one. If you're in a building with no basement, then get to a small interior room on the lowest level of the building you're in. Stay away from windows, doors, and outside walls, and refrain from going under an overpass bridge. I thought it would be important today to go through futurecasts. You can see Central Time there. You can see this is at around 9 o'clock. We're really going to start to see this first wave of storms move through. Oklahoma City is going to get slammed at around 10 o'clock Central today by the first wave, before the second wave is going to move in there by around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You're going to see discrete supercells developing in Texas and up into Oklahoma. That's going to be where that big tornado threat exists. And this is the first line. The second line is going to be the one that we're worried about, and you can see that as it begins to develop, and the supercellular characteristics that we're going to have to worry about with that line. So you can see as the secondary line develops, this is going to be the most dangerous of the two, and this will probably have supercells ahead of it that could produce large, long-track tornadoes before this primarily does become a wind event. And you can see that there as the line does move along, just how dangerous this situation could be. Alright, well, with that being said, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I will see you in the next video. Force 13 Maine and US will be going live soon.